very good morning and many thanks for joining me. This video coming up, lots in it, visits to builds and some trinkets and some clips. I do hope you enjoy. I'll see you later. A very good morning to one and all on this Saturday, the 20th of May at 9:30 in the morning. It's a glorious day and this is going to be one marvellous afternoon here. It really is. Now I've brought you down, I've walked down to water's edge for you. Here are the views of the gentle waves. It's on its way out now, the tide, but I can still bring you these lovely views. Oh, in the background there, that's the big wheel of the central pier. And already today, at this time of 9:30 in the morning, holiday makers appearing on the steps there and actually having lovely walks and approaching water's edge. Well, thanks to all the viewers and all the businesses again for all that has been done for me and this channel this week. I'm going to get on with it now because there's a lot to show you. I do hope you enjoy. So here we are. Here is your Sunday video. Thanking you again for everything. A very good morning to you. It is Wednesday now, the 17th of May. And we're outside the gates now of the build of the Holiday Inn. I have news for you. Can you please notice all the barriers that have been placed the other side of these gates? They go right the way around there, but this is the area I'd like to concentrate on. And also you can see 3 contractors that have just arrived at this site. Now what I'm told is they are preparing this area now for a car park for the Holiday Inn itself. So I'm just going to hopefully show you what's taking place now. There's the ground crew there and all the barriers. All the other side of the barriers here is, I'm told, for a car park. Now we have moved along now to our next viewing area today. There's the big store of Sainsbury's, and looking in from one of our safe viewing areas here, I can show you the arrival of more ground force members. Now you can see in front of you, hopefully, the arrival of a roller. And just in front of that glass walling, you can see some work being carried out there. And also, there's this forklift on the move as well. So I'm very pleased to show you that the ground force team have arrived here at both at the front and at the side of the build of the Holiday Inn Hotel. Moving on around to this build of the Holiday Inn, we are now looking at the entrance of Blackpool North Railway Station. Now just turning the camera around nice and slowly, I would like to again point out the introduction today of some ground workers, and you can see several of them the other side of this underpass. Can you see them? So there we are to complete our visit today to the build of the Holiday Inn. We have seen the introduction of ground workers at 3 sides of this build of the Holiday Inn. A very very good morning to one and all. It is Thursday now, the 18th of May, Now today, something very interesting, I hope, for all viewers. I'll just explain where we are. We're in Reeds Avenue. Now if you look over the road there, that's the King Edward VI public house. Now if you turn right and carry on for 200 yards, you will end up at the Central Pier, right on the Central Pier. So that's where we are. Now, as said, something very interesting, I hope, for one and all. The #1 bar, fully licensed, and a coffee facilities in here. This is one of their many balls. They have a happy hour. Now I'm going to take you inside because there is an awful lot more to these premises than this eating venue and fully licensed restaurant here. There we are. That's the fully stocked actual bar of this #1. And here, one of their many blackboards showing what is on offer. It's very, very nicely laid out. Lovely tables and chairs. Now, what I'd like to explain to you is, I said there is much more to these premises. Well, there really is. Because they have property. They own outlets. Here we are. Welcome to the family. Fantastic holiday accommodation specialists. Apartments and townhouses from 2 to 20 guests. And on this wall here is the availability of these apartments. There's one there, you see, 3-bedroom apartment there. But they also cater for much larger parties and also for the single or a couple. There's one, now as I said, we're in Reeds Avenue, and there's, I'm going to take you outside because it's very, very interesting indeed what has happened here. Oh, and I can show you another sign here, look. Blackpool Resorts, Blackpool's largest provider of self-contained apartments and holiday homes. Yes, this is where we are. Now I'm going to take you outside again. There we are, we're outside now. Now, what is very interesting is there we are, that's where we've just come out of. And here, right next door, I'm going to show you this here, this plaque, because this is one of the many properties that they own and control. There we are, it's part of Blackpool's resort collection with the phone number. It's very nicely presented from outside, as you can see, all nicely painted, and it is called Reeds Court. Now, to carry on this morning, I'm going to show you this one here. This is #7 Reeds Avenue. I believe we've seen this one on the wall there next door in the eating menu area. There we are again, nicely presented, nothing wrong with it at all. And again, the plaque, which clearly says it's part of the Blackpool Resort collection. Now, I'm asked many times by one and all, and people who I meet in the street, about where one can stay for a reasonable amount of money, which is very important in this crazy world at the moment. Well, all I can do is to show these two properties and provide the phone number, which you can see in front of you. And I'm just going to go inside now and thank one of the managers for allowing myself to make this video, and I do hope it helps somebody. Now, we have just left that venue and we are outside now this very much liked House of Jokes. Now, as one and all know, this stands adjacent to this colossal build here of this new leisure complex, shall we say, and there's the big car park. Now, I'm very pleased to say that we have an invite to go into the House of Jokes today. And here we are, and there's a young lady inside, and she's going to introduce herself. Oh look, who have we got here?
Hello, I'm Bobby. This is Patrick. We are hoping to stay here until the end of the season, willingly.
Oh, that's marvellous news. Let's have a look at the bird then. Thank you very much. Now, I'm just going to quickly take one and all around this joke shop, because I can see that there's people waiting to get in, and I'm going to hope that, yes, your wishes come true. And again, I thank you very much. It is now coming up to 1 p.m. in the afternoon, and I found my way onto the promenade, and it pleases me very much to be able to bring you right down to water's edge. And as you can see, the REC and its tide is now on its way out. You can see where it has reached the steps that lead to the promenade. It's so good again to see these views. Lovely, gentle, soothing, rolling waves. And there's the North Pier there. So let's see what we can find to continue this Thursday's video. Well, I've just moved along this seafront here, and in front I've met these two nice ladies who are going to wade into the sea for us. Look, oh, they're enjoying themselves. They are, in fact, on holiday, and they're having a great time. There we are. Thank you ever so much. A very good morning to one and all on this very sunny Friday morning of May the 19th. And it's time now for our once a week visit to the build of the cinema complex and the Wilko store. Now, as per usual, we start from our principal viewing area here. Lots to show you today as we make a tour of this build. The first thing I can show you is this big transporter. It is in fact here today to take away the mast climber, and also the hoist that we have seen many times. Now, I can tell you, when the mast climbers are taken away, the contractors will rely on telehandlers to place all these cladding tiles that are needed, these white ones here. So the mast climbers and the hoist are going, and we will soon see the arrival of telehandlers at this build of the cinema complex and the Wilko store. I have just moved 3 or 4 paces to my right, and I'd like to show you this here. Notice that glass walling in the middle of that white cladding there and that white cladding there. A well-known view of this facade here with all the white cladding securely in place. We are now at our next and final viewing area, and I'm very pleased to be able to show you this, because in front now you will see this concrete mixer now. Yes, it's the first arrival of lots and lots of concrete for this area here. I'll just show you where we are. That's Blackpool Tower there, and that very impressive copper coloured cladding and the white cladding. And you can see what's happened from last week. Can you remember it was very noisy here last week? Well, that was due to the area that you're looking at now. They had a vacuum pump here, and it's left it nice and clear and level for these contractors to start the enormous job, and it is an enormous job, of laying concrete here. There we are. There's the bucket coming round now, and we can see, oh yes, there we are. Another bucket load of concrete there. So with another view of this very good looking copper coloured cladding, this will complete our visit today, our weekly visit to the build of the cinema complex and the Wilko store. Now, previous to leaving this site, I would like to thank all the contractors here for their help that they always give me on viewing this build here. Thank you to you all very much. Thank you. What a cracking morning it is on this Friday. Now, it is time now for our weekly visits to the build of the Holiday Inn. Now, as you know, we have already visited this site this week because of the arrival of ground workers to attend to the car park for the hotel. Well, from this viewing area here, I hope you can see in front the progress that has been made since our visit earlier this week. There's an excavator there working very hard to prepare this very big looking car park area for the Holiday Inn. And over there's a telehandler at work. So we'll press on now to our next viewing area. A very well known view of this facade here, just a couple of paces from where we have just left. Look at that. Here we are now, our next viewing area. That's the giant store of Sainsbury's there. Now, as you know, we visited this area here earlier this week, and we see a roller. Well, I'd like to show you this, the wonderful job that roller has done. All this ground here has been nicely levelled. Can you see it? Right next door to all that glass walling, it's all nice and level now, ready obviously for the many layers of whatever they're going to put over this, whether it be concrete or tarmac. We will have to wait and see. Now we have made our way round to the other side of this build of the Holiday Inn. And there's the gates of our secondary viewing area. From here, I can show you those contractors on that cradle up there, and the rise of the facing bricks here, very nearly now at roof level. But what I'd like to show you now is the powerhouse. Now this powerhouse will run and control all the power needed for all that's going on in the hotel itself. And as I approach the gates themselves, you will see that this area here is now fully cladded up. Looks well, it looks very, very well indeed. It goes right the way down to platform level. Marvellous. Oh, you can probably hear the hoist in the background there. There we are. That's our hoist that we always see. So with another view of this fully cladded up area here, of this side of the powerhouse, we will move on. And now we find our way to our principal viewing area, the gates of our principal viewing area. And inside you will see lots going on, lots and lots of contractors here this morning, here, there and everywhere at this build. Oh, now this is good. Now this is the tower crane in operation. Can you see the chain from the crane? It's over where the facing bricks are. It's carrying something round. Oh, a nice little clip this for you. Yes, it's being lowered now. Oh, there's our friend there in his telehandler. He's going around there. On another view of all the work that's going on in the car park area. That's where the fencing is, over the other side. Right now, so with another look at the chain from the crane, this will complete our once a week visit to this build, and I thank all the contractors here for their help to myself in making these videos. Thank you all very, very much. On this glorious Friday afternoon, we are now at Blackpool Central, where this huge entertainment venue is to be built. And credit where credit is due, and I must compliment everybody for the work on this car park, this enormous car park, which will hold 1,300 cars, and this beautiful looking facade here with these yellow and white cladding tiles, absolutely superb. So again, at Blackpool Central, this is going to be the car park. Now it is now coming up to 3 p.m. on this Saturday afternoon, and it is from here, looking down onto the Irish Sea, which is now encroaching the steps that lead to the promenade. There's Blackpool Tower there. Now it is from here that I would like to thank one and all who has watched this video. Thank you. However, it is not over. Oh no, it is not over, because I have collected some clips from this week and today. Thursday, Friday and Saturday, you will see clips that I was able to get for you. So I will see you all next time, thanking you for everything, and as said, I leave you in the hands of these clips. Bye bye, I'll see you next time. And this is for all my viewers in Scotland. I have some music for you. There we are. Do hope you've enjoyed this. Now, I would like to tell you very much where you could purchase this Singing Scotsman from. It's from Tower Gifts, right opposite Central Drive Pier. Right opposite the Central Pier. And here we are, one of the staff members here. Oh, and she started him off again. Oh, he wants to play more music. Thank you very, very much. This is wonderful. Thank you.